It started on social media and then seeped into everything else. A college friend's promotion announcement would arrive in my notifications, and within 10 seconds, I would be doing mental arithmetic about where I was by comparison, whether I was ahead, behind, on track by some invisible standard I had never consciously set. A cousin's wedding photos would prompt a quiet audit of my own relationship status. A peer's published article or side project or speaking invitation would generate something that I am embarrassed to name but must. A flash of something that was not quite jealousy but was adjacent to it, a deflation, a sudden awareness of what I had not done rather than what I had. I was 25 and spending an enormous amount of internal energy tracking a race I had not signed up for against people who did not know they were competing. The insidious thing about comparison is that it is never neutral. When it lands on someone ahead of you, it generates inadequacy. When it lands on someone behind you, it generates a fleeting, uncomfortable smugness followed by its own kind of emptiness. Neither direction produces anything useful. It is a loop that consumes attention without creating anything with it. What it was doing to me specifically was twofold. First, it was making me ungrateful for things in my own life that were genuinely worth appreciating, because they kept getting measured against a highlight reel of someone else's best moments. Second, and more damaging, it was pulling my attention so far outward that I had stopped developing any real internal compass for what I actually wanted. My goals had become reactive, shaped by what I saw others doing, rather than generated from something authentic inside me. The change started when I took a fairly significant break from most social media at 27, initially just for a month and then, finding the clarity it produced too useful to give up, for much longer. In the quiet that followed, I started noticing what I was drawn to when I was not being influenced by what was visible and admired. I started working toward things that I genuinely wanted and could not quite explain to anyone else, and found that unexplainability felt like a good sign rather than a problem. I am not someone who believes comparison is always destructive. Seeing what others have achieved can be genuinely inspiring if you know how to use it. The difference is whether you are using it as fuel or as a measuring stick. The measuring stick was making me smaller. The fuel, on its own terms, makes me better.